Okay, so now we've got different roots, right? Different roots. Different roots. So this is what? Two distinct roots. Two distinct roots. Now, when you have two distinct roots, there's a formula for that, right? So step number 5. No, step number 4 here. Then step number 5. Yes. Step number 5. Write the formula, right?
Yep.
For the case. With what? Two distinct roots, right?
Yes.
Two distinct roots. And the formula says what? Tn is what?
Is equal to A
A x1n
yes.
plus
B x2n.
x2n.
Yeah.
Now we know that x1 and x2, they are the roots. Look at how it's easy, right? Okay, you can, if you like, you can call this expression 4. You know, in case you want to make reference to the equation. You call that 4. Now, we know that the initial condition, right? T, the, look at it, I dot C. Now, this I dot C is not integrated circuit, you know, it's initial conditions, right? I C, initial conditions. So the IC is what? When you have n to be 0, the solution is 1. When your n is 1, so the solution is right. So here is your n. So we have two cases now. So we are going to set up simultaneous equation using these two initial conditions. 1 for this, 2 for this. Okay, now when n equals to 0, you've got, just write out this, right? C0 equals to 1 equals to A. What is our x? X1?
2.
2 to the n, right?
Yep.
And what is our n?
0.
0 plus B. X2 is what? Negative 1.
Also
Negative 1 to the what? 0. Now that will give you what? Now anything to 0 is 1.
Yeah.
Anything to 0 is 1, right?
So that just equals A plus B.
Yeah. So this will give you A plus, look at it, 2 to 0 is 1. Negative 1 to 0 is 1. So you're going to have A plus B at the right side here. So A plus B equals to 1. Just this is just for expression.
Yeah.
To make it easier to see on the board.
System of equations,
Yeah.
essentially.
So A plus B equals 1. Bam. Equation 1. Now I wouldn't call it equation 1 because I already have equation 1 right there. So I'll just call it equation what? Star. Equation star. So, and then that is for first initial condition. The second initial condition is what? That when n equals 1. You get it? When n is 1, what do? You have T1. Let me just grab this in bracket or use a blue pen. I've got a lot of them. A blue marker to keep track of that. See that? Now, when your T is 1, somebody help me?
Equals 8.
Equals 8.
Equals A to the 2, 1. Well, A 2 to the first.
To 1.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. You cannot raise it to power what? 8.
No.
So you have to know n is 1. Okay, that's when your n is 1. So plus B
Negative 1 to the 1.
negative 1 to the 1. And that will give you what?
8 equals
2A
2A. Yeah.
minus B equals 8. Equation star star.
Which it's easy to eliminate there. 'Cause
Yeah.
you have negative B.
In fact, very, very easy, right? So you can also put that in your one. So
Great.
now our problem now is what?
Solve for
To
A.
solve A and B. So for A and B, I
3A
want.
equals 9. So
Okay.
A is equal to 3.
All right. So let's write them out on the board. So you've got so you've got, let's say A plus 1, A plus B equals 1. That's equation star, right? And 2A minus B equals 8. Equation star star. Then solve it. This is actually 8, 7, 8 grade, depending on this, right? Simultaneous equation. So what do? You can add up the two equations to get rid of B, right? So you've got 3A. When you add them up,
Equals 9.
or you can actually do, yes, 3A equals 9. Add them together, A plus 2A, 3A plus B plus negative B, 0, right? So, and A gives what? This implies A is what? 3. And what's your B?
Therefore, B is equal to
So 3 plus B equals 1. This implies B is what?
negative 2.
Negative 2. Look at that. Look at that. And what next? But Tn is what?
It's
Ax1n
yeah.
plus Bx2n.
So 9 times quantity.
Therefore, Tn is what?
9 times quantity, 2 to the n.
No, what's A?
Oh, A is not, or 3.
3.
3. Reading the 9 is 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
then x1 is what?
Uh,
X1 is 2.
yeah, 2
2
to the n.
and then what is B?
Negative
2. So negative 2. You
And
see that?
times quantity, negative 1.
Negative 1 into what? N. And that solves it. That is it. So you can just stop right here. And now, the essence of this is prediction. So when you are given question like this, find a recurrence relation that satisfies this. The solution, the closed form solution of this, right? You have Tn equals Tn minus 1 plus 2Tn minus 2 for this condition, and based on these two initial conditions. So once again, the steps are this. Step number 1, write out the original expression as this. Step number 2, rearrange and move the right side to the left side to have this. And step number 3, write out the characteristic equation and then solve it. Okay? You solve it. So we've got a nice solution for that. And you can write actually a code for this. Now, you know what? If you want to write a code for the previous one, for the original function, that will take you some logic to do, right? It will require some logic, like moving first equals second, right, next equals that. But with this, you don't need that. Just plug in the formulas. And you could try it as a programmer. You could try it, write your program number 1 for that, and write program number 2 for this. Okay? So, that is the end of that one.